Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys could hit that like button. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course you guys are already aware that I do greatly appreciate that. So with that being said, let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So ultimately the market has been holding fairly strong at around these levels that we do see on the screen now. But I will say this, I am a little bit concerned, and I do believe that we should be concerned, because as we are really kind of looking at Bitcoin kind of getting a little bit weak around the 32K zone, things are getting pretty strong in terms of the factors that will kind of weigh the market down. Now, you might be wondering what I'm talking about. Well, we will address it here in a second, but on the 24-hour span, we do see a lot of altcoins making some nice gains. Waves is up 106%. It was up 60% when I was recording my Algorand video earlier today, but we also do see even Axie Infinity up 40%. Some altcoins are just pumping like crazy right now, but this is really showing you how fast altcoins can really, move when we do start to see some major movement on, of course, Bitcoin. That's why we have been awaiting that wave 5. Now, of course, right now is not the time to say, all right, well, I think that we're basically, in that last stretch where we are building up for that wave 5. No, I don't believe that that is the case. So let's actually talk about a few things to really kind of be concerned about a little bit. And I'm not saying that I'm not bullish. I'm bullish on, crypto on the macro view all the time. On the short term, I'm just a little bit bearish on price action, and I wouldn't FOMO into any positions just yet. And that's because of course, the dollar. So I know that right now on the dollar, it doesn't seem like this is gaining strength. It still looks like it's, in a downtrend. But we actually did see a nice little impulsive move off of the 50-day EMA, as you guys do see on that, orange line. Now, I know that we wicked down below it, but that's totally fine. We've wicked down below it before. In fact, I want to actually show you guys this real quick. So we've wicked below it before, building up this momentum and continuing on this uptrend. I told you guys that 106 was essentially my target point for us to actually top out on the dollar, but if we don't get there, that's totally fine. And if we already topped, then I'm perfectly fine with that as well. What we will most likely see is we'll have this impulsive move from here. We'll come down, which we already kind of seen this major move down, but I actually want to show you guys something pretty significant. So if we have this major move down to around roughly the 200 EMA, and then this actually has this, major impulsive move back up to like roughly 104 with a major downswing after, resulting in the wave 5, that will be welcoming, and that's going to take time, but that's exactly what we are watching for. The dollar and also even the indices. Right now the dollar is gaining a little bit of strength as Bitcoin is a little bit weakened, so that is a major concerning factor. Also, again, indices weren't open today. I do apologize for that. I thought that I pretty much forgot that today was a holiday, so I do apologize for that, but I'm definitely going to be watching the indices today when they do open at roughly 8 in the morning. But when we talk about these are going to be the specific things that really kind of lead us to that major move within the markets. These usually tell us the impulsive moves that will be basically happening throughout the week, again, minus the weekend. So this is what we should all be focused on today. Although the price action on Bitcoin and things like that is great, it's welcoming. I love to see the green myself, but it is concerning when we don't have those factors that really kind of guide us a little bit, that are live. So we are watching the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, the Dow Jones today. We are also watching the dollar continuously to make sure that we do see continuous drawback down to these levels. If we don't, then we will gain some momentum and it will push again Bitcoin back down. And I just want you guys to understand that as Bitcoin dominance is actually high, I know that altcoins are moving pretty quick, right, as you guys do see, but they could also move very quick to the downside too because of how high Bitcoin dominance is. So please be aware of that before taking any positions that do flip green. Now, with this being said, I do want to talk to you guys about a few things happening around Ripple. So first off, we do see, NFTs can bridge the gap between the real and virtual world within media and entertainment. We take a look into real-world entertainment use cases for tokenization and share what creators and owners need from a blockchain in order to be successful. I've talked to you guys about tokenization many times. I do think that when we talk about NFTs, I don't think that we are seeing them in the light that they should really be seen in. I think that we've just scratched the surface in terms of what NFTs could essentially become. And I actually look forward to seeing a lot more use cases being built out within the NFT sector. And I actually look forward to seeing more NFTs, happening on, for an example, the XRP ledger itself. I'm really happy about what's been happening within Hedera. Hedera NFTs have been skyrocketing. I look forward to watching that continue to be built out, but I also look forward to seeing more and more NFTs happening within the Ripple community and the XRP community itself. So I'm definitely excited to see this because we also seen this post as well where Brad Garlinghouse basically said that NFTs are underhyped and he actually sees new use cases. So definitely cool to see, and I think that this is great. I honestly think that when we talk about NFTs, like I said, there's so many more use cases to them than just JPEG images. Now, also, we did see a huge update regarding the Russia sanctions. So we've been talking to you guys a little bit about this for a while now, but we do see Russia is building a new bond payment system to get around Western sanction systems. So this is actually pretty significant. We actually do see down here, I'm not even going to try to pronounce their names, but that the new payment system would allow Russia to bypass the entire Western financial system settlement infrastructure. They are completely out of SWIFT, and they are getting around these sanctions. Now, again, I mind you that this is going to continue to build momentum. You are going to continue to see articles like this. I want you all to understand right now and prepare for what is going to be happening. We are in an economic war. This is going to result in the new light shined on the new financial system. That new financial system will be a digitized one, and I've talked to you guys about it, and I've tried to prepare you guys for it many times, and now we are seeing everything really kind of lead to that end goal. Now, of course, I want you all to prepare for a retail CBDC as well. If we do see a retail CBDC, that is not going to be good, and I want you guys to understand that it is going to be something that really stifles not only everyone's rights in terms of payments, but your privacy is basically gone at that point in terms of payments. So definitely pay attention to things happening around this specific space. I want you guys to understand that things are rapidly moving. Now, also, we did see the Faster Payments Council put out a white paper sponsored by BNY Mellon in May this year. The only crypto fintech company I could find on the site was Ripple. Shout out to Matthew INY for this as well. But we do see here, this is, Faster Payments Council, BNY Mellon, beneficial characteristics of real-time reoccurring payments. Check this out. So the only names that are on here, first off, number one, Ripple Labs here. But again, this is in, obviously this is in, alphabetical order. But we do see a ton of other names on here listed within it. And you guys can see all of those other names. Some major, names, pretty big companies as well. Walmart, Wells Fargo. We even see Target on there, Visa. So, yeah, these are pretty large names. And then, of course, you guys do see all the banks, like, for an example, U.S. Bank, United Nations Federal Credit Union as well, Trustly. I mean, there's some pretty large names here. So this is actually pretty significant. And honestly, when we talk about things happening right now around, faster payments, settlement is the biggest key to really kind of pay attention to. Now, talking about that, we actually did see another update pushed by Tranglo. So yesterday, I talked to you guys about Tranglo a little bit. It was either yesterday or the day before, where they basically seen a 5,000% growth rate, thanks to, again, Ripple. But now we do see here, this is why payment businesses are heavily reliant on Asian, and how the Tranglo Ripple partnership has improved remittances in Asia Pacific and beyond. This is pretty significant. So let's take a look at this. So first off, we do see here why payments can't ignore the ASEAN remittance market. And we actually do see a few things on why. So first off, we do see down here the World Bank's latest data showed that post-COVID economic rebound contributed to a record 8.6% growth of remittance to low and middle income countries, LMICs, with flows reaching $605 billion in 2021 compared to $540 billion in 2020. Pretty significant. This resilience is a testament to the magnitude of the ASEAN remittance market and the potential of the industry's blockchain future. Now, we also do see down here the Philippines and Vietnam were among the top 10 remittance recipients in the world in 2021, receiving $37 billion and $18 billion respectively. According to the World Bank, the Philippines benefited from employment recovery in the United States, which accounted for 40% of its remittance value. Now, I really want to talk to you guys a little bit about, first off, you guys can see the major challenges here. We do see, high transaction costs have restricted the amount of money being sent home. Obviously, that is a big area to focus on. When we talk about remittances in general, it's usually, again, family-to-family payments. So them being absolutely, price gouged in terms of those transaction costs, that does hurt a lot because, again, they are trying to help out their families. So again, when we talk about remittances being as low as possible to send, that's going to be a huge opportunity. Now, we do see here the big digital emigration. So, according to the facts and factors report published on Globe Newswire, global digital remittances are expected to climb at a CAGR of 13.8% from $14.5 billion to $35.8 billion by 2026. So we are going to be seeing a major expansion in these markets. We're going to continue to see these continue to grow. And I'm actually very happy to see that. I think that when we are talking about a lot of these markets are going to continue to grow at massive rates, especially as you do look at digital assets being ushered in and digitization happening as well within a lot of these payment mechanisms. Now, here we have a blockchain-driven ASEAN remittance market. So smartphones have certainly made cross-border payments easier, but that is an old story. Blockchain and distributed ledger technology have further transformed cross-border payments by making transactions even faster, more transparent, and even secure. Blockchain transactions are highly secure because the record transactions on a digital ledger are immutable and cannot be altered, reversed, or tampered with. A typically lengthy verification process can be done in less than a minute with updates in real time. According to Juniper Research, blockchain payments are predicted to exceed $4.4 trillion by 2024. $4.4 trillion. That's pretty significant. Now, we do see down here, as mentioned above, a DLT-based system can free up valuable resources for businesses, streamlining the end-to-end payment process. The integration of Tranglo Connect and RippleNet is one such example. This partnership brings a revolutionary instant payment and settlement system, the on-demand liquidity service, to Asia Pacific and beyond. Our article here highlights how businesses will benefit from this. ODL eliminates pre-funding, so companies get maximum working capital to grow other areas of their business. I want you guys to understand that when we talk about these on-demand liquidity areas, that we are really kind of focused on within, of course, partnerships like Tranglo. ODL is essentially spreading like a wildfire. I want you guys to understand that ODL will be global. It is already essentially global. I talked to you guys about Tranglo. Tranglo is a huge company. I've talked to you guys about exactly why we should be focused on companies like Tranglo because of the numbers behind them. They are backed companies by thousands of payout partners that have direct access to on-demand liquidity. This is, right now, currently, they only have a few transactions. I mean, 20 million transactions isn't too crazy when you actually look at the, broader view of, for example, transactional flows in crypto. But it is still the fact that they have 1,300 payout partners, so they could immediately have access to on-demand liquidity within those areas. But also, look at their offices where they are located. Again, we will see on-demand liquidity take over at a massive rate. And here you guys have that 5,000% article that I was talking to you guys about yesterday. We are seeing a ton of growth and a ton of innovation happening through on-demand liquidity. And I really do want you guys to understand exactly what is happening around this space, specifically with Ripple involved. Because we also did see Ripple partner Neom successfully expand into Southeast Asia thanks to RippleNet. I want you guys to know that Ripple is truly opening doors for a lot of these major companies. RippleNet really helps us globalize faster. Yeah, it's allowing them to grow and expand. I mean, when you talk about things happening, I want you guys to pay attention to on-demand liquidity and also Ripple, because Ripple is absolutely killing the game and building out bridges globally so that we could have ODL corridors ramping up. And also, once XRP does get regulatory clarity within the United States, we will see ODL corridors launching in the United States as well, utilizing XRP. So guys, please pay attention to things that are happening around not only the SEC case, but the entire payment infrastructure and system. Things are rapidly moving. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all, have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.